Perfect. In this tutorial, now we have our account set up, we have our property and reservation created. Now it's time to start activating the online check-in so our guests can then start receiving our correspondences to start checking in prior to arrival. There's a few things to keep in mind before doing this. One of which is thinking about the information that we actually want our guests to provide us. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to create a custom form and then adapt our questions to our requirements. So in the settings in the top right hand corner, you will see the online check-in area, and then here we can add a custom form. Now the name of the form is internal, so your guests will not see this name, and we simply add a country. Now here you'll see all of the questions that we ask the guest. However, you have complete flexibility to remove or add questions. So let's just say these questions here we didn't require, so we can simply delete them. Email, we can simply add as required, and phone number as well. We could also move the order of the questions. And then at the bottom you will see add custom field. So here you can add a custom field in a text, date, time format, or even a file uploader. You can add as many custom questions as you require, such as driver's license, time of arrival, estimated time of departure, enough information that will help you be able to work better in your day-to-day. After adding a question, you would simply select it from the drop-down field. For example, I created registration number. Here on the right-hand side, you will actually see a live feed of the form that you have created, and now my custom question has been added. Of course, we can have this optional, required, or simply then delete it. You could then select the form for your properties. Now you can actually add this form to all of your properties or individual properties. Each property can be configured independently. After creating your custom form, before activating the check-in, you also have to decide whether you want to activate them using our templates or your own custom emails that will be sent to the guest. Let's take a look at our templates. So if I use Miami Beach as my property and activate the online check-in, what this means is check-in will be sending an email, which I'll show you now, to the guest to be able to complete the online check-in. Now, first of all, we have to decide when we would like to send this to the guest. Here you will see timing triggers. What that means is when everyone is selected, this is the time we will actually send the email. So if we have when the reservation is created, as soon as the reservation appears in check-in, we will send that email. A week in advance, we'll detect a week prior to arrival and then contact the guest. Also, what you can see is we can add multiple options. What that means is it allows you to activate automated reminders should the guest not complete the check-in. If we select a week in advance, we will contact the guest. If they complete the online check-in there, that's perfect. These reminders will then be deactivated. If they do not complete the online check-in, we'll just keep reminding them to be able to start the online check-in. So once we've activated this, the email that will be getting sent to the guest is the following. They will receive a reply from Chekin. Check-in online available for your reservation. Here, the check-in and check-out date will be visible, and then they'll receive a button here where they can actually start the online check-in procedure to be able to provide all their details and sign anything that's required. If we don't want to use the check-ins templates, what we can do is we can go back to our settings. I won't save this for now. And then we can go to communications. Here we can create a new template. So we're going to add the name of the template. This name is internal, so only yourself will see it. And then the subject. For example, please check in online now. Here we'll be able to add a text message. And of course we can add a HTML should you wish to use your own format, different font colors, font styles, add your logo to this as well. It's entirely up to you. So here we can say hi and actually use the variable guest name. Please check in online now. And then here we will also find the online check-in link. This will be unique for each reservation. And on the right hand side, you'll see all the different variables that we can use, whether that's keys for remote access, the check-in and check-out date if you wish to provide more information to your guest, and the upselling link should you have offers and experiences for your guest to purchase. Similar to before, we can then decide when that timing is sent. So if we want to send it on the day of check-in or the week before, 48 hours in advance, 3 days, or even when the reservation is created, you can select multiple triggers for this online check-in email to be sent. So it's entirely up to you whether you use our custom communications or your own custom communications. We would simply select the language for these types of reservations because for each reservation we can have a specific language, and then select the properties. By selecting the property, each property can have a unique email, not dependent on the other. So if you wish to have specific information about that specific property where they'll be staying at, you could also create as many custom emails as you like. They don't have to be related to the online check-in, they can simply be informative emails. Finally, we would add a logo. So in account details, we will add a logo, and that logo, of course, will appear in this email, and then it will appear during the online check-in process. That's everything set up. Simply activate your online check-in, and when the reservation has been created, we will automatically start creating your guests, allowing you to save a lot of time and effort by having the guests complete the online check-in prior to arrival. You can configure your online check-in as much as you wish to. You can add as many features and functions. And like I said previously, each property can be configured independently, so you can have a mix and match of different features and functions for each one. If you have any questions for check-in or you would like to find out more, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you.